Hello viewers, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video we are going to be discussing difference between a free-to-air decoder and a pay TV decoder. And with me right here are two decoders. One of them is a free-to-air decoder and while the other is a pay TV decoder. And so in this video we are going to be discussing the differences between the two, which one is going to give you the best value for your money, which one is going to be cheaper in the long run, which one is going to give you premium entertainment, and lots more. So stay tuned because we are going to be discussing everything pertaining decoders right here in this video. So without wasting much time, let's get straight to it. A free-to-air decoder is a type of decoder that lets you get unencrypted channels. These channels are not encrypted, they are not locked, so you can be able to get these channels for free without having to pay monthly subscription. Yes, you heard me right, without having to pay monthly subscription. You can be able to get these channels for free using the free-to-air decoder. Now, in order to get these channels, what do you need? You simply need a satellite dish, an LMB, a cable, and then your free-to-air decoder itself. Now, there are many free-to-air decoders in the market there, just like this one I have here. This is a strong decoder. There are other decoders too. There is strong, there is GSAT, there is Magic Sat, there is DTech, there is CSAT, there is MediaStar, there is Tiger, a whole lot of them. Now, in order not to confuse yourself, all free-to-air decoders are the same. No particular free-to-air decoder will be able to determine the type of channels you get. The main determinant of the type of channels you'll be able to get on your free-to-air decoder is based on the satellite that you track. Now, based on your region, be it Africa, Europe, Asia, North America, South America, and the rest, there are different satellites that are available for free-to-air channels in every region. So based on their region, and each region can have about 3, 4, 5 free-to-air satellites available. So based on that region, you can be able to know the type of channels that are available to you. And a particular satellite could have up to 100 channels available. So it is based on that information that you'll be able to know the channels that you'll be able to get. And so it is only your installer that can be able to do this. That is why it is most preferable, it is highly advised that when you want to install or fix up your free-to-air package, you call an installer to do it for you, because they are the ones that can be able to track the satellites for you and get all those channels for you. And now, the free-to-air decoder also has other advantages and packages attached to it. With the free-to-air decoders, you can be able to get what you call IPTV, Internet Protocol Television, whereby you can be able to get more channels over the internet using internet connections. So it's more or less like streaming, where you can be able to stream channels, Internet Protocol TV, using internet. So either you connect your modem to your satellite, to your decoder, or you buy a Wi-Fi stick. Yes, a Wi-Fi stick, and you attach that Wi-Fi stick onto the USB port of your decoder, just like this free-to-air decoder that I have here. You can see it has a USB cable connection here, also at the back too. You can see it. So it is on this USB connection that you connect your Wi-Fi dongle or Wi-Fi stick, so it can be able to connect automatically to your phone's hotspot connection and then access the internet for you to be able to access those IPTV connections. And so it also has other packages too. You can be able to slot in flash drives to watch pre-recorded videos on those flashes and the rest. So that is it. And so we'll talk about the Pay TV decoders. A Pay TV decoder operates differently from a free-to-air decoder. Now, a Pay TV decoder is a decoder that connects you to a particular TV service provider. Think of it like your mobile phone service, whereby you have your subscription IDs and all that. So the same thing applies for Pay TV decoders. So this Pay TV decoders, you have it when you get a Pay TV decoder. For you to be able to watch channels on your Pay TV decoders, you have to pay a monthly fee for you to be able to gain access and watch channels on your Pay TV decoders. That is basically the difference between a Pay TV decoder and a free-to-air decoder. Now, a Pay TV decoder, the Pay TV service providers could vary based on your region. Now, most regions might not have the same Pay TV service providers. For example, in my region here, we have GOTV, we have SLTV, we have DSTV, we have StarTimes, we have Moplex, we have LUFT TV, we also have Free TV. Now, what these companies do is that they select some premium channels, and then most of the times they upload it to their own particular satellites and encrypt them. So for most times when company A encrypts their channel, you can only get those channels of company A with the decoders of company A. What I mean, for example, this is a GOTV decoder. This is a GOTV decoder. Now it is this is one of the products of MultiChoice. Now we also have other companies, GOTV, SLTV. Now this company, when they select their channels and broadcast it, you cannot receive their channels using the decoder of another company. For you to receive the channels for this company, you must have to use their own provided decoder, and each decoder is going to come with a subscriber ID, more or less like an identification number to identify every subscriber. So this will help to identify you and know when your subscription is going to expire, when you want to renew it and all that. And most of the times these subscriptions varies also, because the higher your subscription, the higher the amount of channels that will be released to you. So that is where it differs. So most times most of these Pay TV decoders or Pay TV companies, what you need for you to be able to get their services are almost the same, just like the free-to-air decoders. You most likely need a dish, an LMB, a roll of cables, and then the decoder itself. Or most times you might need an antenna instead of a dish and LMB. This time around you might need an antenna, depending on the company's preference or depending on the company's technology. Yes. And so what are the pros and cons? Most of the times the installation is very easy. Yes, the installation of the antenna is very easy, except the ones that use dish, and then it's going to help you to have an easy setup. But then the downside is that you must have to pay regularly, monthly, for you to be able to access their channels. That is the main difference. While in the the free to air, you don't have to pay. You might be able to receive channels that you like and the ones you don't like. It's less for you to choose the ones you want to watch. But in the Pay TV decoders, they have selected premium channels for you, but you must have to pay monthly to be able to subscribe. So in the next, I will just explain briefly the key differences between a Pay TV decoder and a free to air decoder. Okay, first off, the first key difference is in terms of cost. Now for the free to air decoder, you're only going to spend money during the initial purchase of the equipment. That's during the purchase of the dish, decoder, LMB and cable. After that, you're only going to need to spend money in hiring an installer that is going to install everything for you. But after that, you're pretty much done. You don't need to spend an extra dime to have access to channels. You're just going to have all the channels for you on display connected to your decoder, and that's all. But in terms of the Pay TV decoders, now after buying everything, after buying your equipment, you still need to pay a fee, a monthly fee. Now this monthly fee depends on the company you are subscribed to, depends on the service or the company that provides this satellite service to you. You understand? So the fee could be higher, could be lower, depending on your region and depending on the company. Some companies fees are higher, while some companies fees are lower, and some companies too can provide 3, 4 or 5 different payment bouquets. So a particular company, for example like DSTV has like 3, 4 or 5 different payment bouquets. They have DSTV Compact, they have Compact Plus, they have Premium and the rest. And so you won't expect someone paying for Compact to have the same channels as the person paying for Compact Plus, and also the same as the person paying for Premium, because definitely the person paying for Premium is going to have more channels than the person paying for Compact, and so on. And so that is just the difference. Also, for example, like SLTV just have 2 different payment options. They have the gold payment option and they have the basic payment option, and that is all. So depending on the service you are subscribed to, that is what determines the payment that you are to make monthly. And so the payment, you're going to see that the payment is the money involved is going to keep increasing. The investment into you having to watch channels, having to have entertainment in your house is going to increase monthly. Another key difference in terms of difference between the free to air decoder and the Pay TV decoder is in terms of the number of channels you can get. Now for a free to air decoder, you can get multiple channels with a free to air decoder. You can combine channels from 4 different satellites, from more than 1 satellite, from up to 2 satellites, 3 satellites, 4 satellites on one single decoder, and cumulatively you can amount to more than 500 different channels on that decoder. Now this is made possible using a device you call a dissect switch. Now dissect switches, there are different types of dissect switches. I will show the picture. I'll display the picture on this video. There are 4 channel dissect switches, there are 8 channel, there are 16 channels. Now these dissect switches help you to combine more than 1 satellite on a decoder to help you and get different types of channels. But you can't get this with a Pay TV decoder. For a Pay TV decoder, the amount of channels you get on your decoder is determined by the company that you are subscribed to. Is determined by the parent company that provided decoder to you, or the parent company which you bought the decoder from. That is it. And even within a company's package, just like I explained earlier, whereby the payment you make will determine the number of channels that are being allocated to you, or that are being released to you. It plays a role, or a key factor too. Now, in terms of the installation, for a free-to-air decoder, you must involve the services of a satellite installer. Now, it is that satellite installer that is going to install or track the satellite that is needed for you to be able to get those channels using a satellite data. Now, this device is what every installer must use to be able to efficiently and easily track a satellite to be able to get your channels on your dish, and then connect it to your free-to-air decoder for you to be able to get your channels as easy as possible. But in terms of the Pay TV decoders, the packages that use dish will also have to undergo this same procedure. But for the packages that use antennas, it is mostly a DIY situation, that is a do-it-yourself situation, whereby you just casually hang the antenna around your house or outside, and so far the terrestrial service is available to be able to get signal for your channels to work easily for you. Now, in terms of maintenance and upgrade, for the free-to-air decoders, when there is an upgrade in terms of channels being added to a satellite, that those channels are not going to easily come. Those channels are not going to come automatically. You have to be the one to manually rescan your decoder. I have a channel, or I have a video on that in my channel. You can check my channel, my previous videos. You see a video on how to rescan any free-to-air decoder. So you can manually just rescan your decoder, and then if there are any new channels on that satellite, the new channels will be able to reflect and be added to the existing channels. But for the Pay TV decoders, whenever a new channel is being added to your bouquet or to the service, it is most times it automatically comes, and in some instances too, you have to also rescan still. For example, for SLTV, you have to manually rescan. I also have a video on how to rescan your SLTV decoders. But for services like DSTV, GOTV, most times they do appear by themselves. Most times you still have to rescan by themselves. And also, if there's a software upgrade, they do upgrade it by themselves too, provided that your decoders are on. What they only did is just for you to give them permission. The notification always appears on your screen should you carry out an upgrade, and you select yes. And within a period of 30 seconds, briefly, the upgrade is going to come on your decoder, as easy as that. And also, another form of maintenance too is if in the case whereby your dish goes out of sight from the satellite. Now, in this case, it could be due to a faulty installation or due to natural disasters like heavy wind taking your dish out of sight. Now, in this scenario, you need to recall back the installer or find a reliable installer to be able to make sure that the installation is strong, that the dish is set strong to face the satellite. And most of the times this also applies to the Pay TV decoders too, or the Pay TV installations too. So that is it about the free-to-air decoders and the Pay TV decoders. If you found this video helpful, please like this video and share it, and also please subscribe to our channel so I can be able to see more videos like this. And also tell us in the comment section, what type of decoder do you prefer? Do you prefer the free-to-air decoder or the Pay TV decoders? And tell us the reason why. So that's it. That should be all. Thank you, and see you on the next one.